No, there's a location that won't work. That's good. That's fine. No problemo. Okay, so we are in the room, and I think we will probably share something of the falsehood at some point. At this moment, I'm just going to see how things are going in the world. And we can dial in. You fucked up? Those aren't words. Dad, if I put a bomb in the cabin of your fucking cockpit, I would have fucked up. That was a fuck up. That I put a bomb in your fucking plane. That was I fucked up. This is a fucking attack. I cannot believe it. Fucking insane. Deadly fucking stupid fucking idiot. God. Fucking idiot. I was attacked today by a member of my family. Psychologically attacked. And the falsehood would tell you that that doesn't matter. But these kinds of boundary violations are fucking torture. They are crime. They are fucking cancer. We should not have to deal with people who wantonly sacrifice our capacity to the mediocrity of their torture and hate and disbelief. This is how people die in agony, alone, having learned that no one will listen to them, and so devoid of the ability to reach out and finish an invitation to coffee, or, hey, could you come and say, or have you heard the thing I won't even. So, okay. It may just be repercussing from this attack and this harm and this devastation from someone who knows that they can hurt me and refuses to acknowledge it and continues to do it. It's torture. It's deadly. It is a deadly attack, and I have survived it again. It is insane. I may have to go no contact entirely with them. And if I have to, good riddance. Good riddance forever. Good riddance forever. If someone is showing you cancer and they can't stop, they can't stop. Okay. Accepting where we are. And I have not been able to yet show a large production of this song cycle with people. I have released a new single of 6 Degrees of Separation that I feel positive about. I have fostered this glow spectrum, and when I'm not traumatized by someone creating a strange and wanton attack on my person, I can dial in and recall that I have plenty to share and don't need to have the full Broadway production ready to simply offer something germane. And and whatever is happening, wherever we are with the election, I know that we are dealing with things in reality moving forward here, and having been thwarted to have some time to clearly, calmly, at least share and build a scene or two at this moment. It's okay. I know that I have shared a song or two here, and I've shared a lot in the last years of this. It's in there, in the ether, and all of us in thinking and sharing and writing and just being, going through all of this together, are part of the fielding of how we source solutions. So, let's see where we are, see how it's going. Do not. What? That looks pretty bad. That looks pretty bad. Looks pretty bad. That looks like incoming results of a Nazi win. I see 270 and a 51% for Trump, and a silent Brian Tyler Cohen.
Let's hear what John Stewart has to say.
Here's what we know, is that we don't really know anything, and that we're going to come out of this election and we're going to make all kind of pronouncements about what this country is and what this world is, and the truth is we're not really going to know shit. And we're going to make it seem like this is the finality of our civilization and this and thing. We're all going to have to wake up tomorrow morning and work like hell to move the world to the place that we prefer it to be. And I just want to point out, just as a matter of perspective, that the lessons that our pundits take away from these results, that they will pronounce with certainty, will be wrong. And we have to remember that. If you're in 2008, when Barack Obama won,
There's no question that this is the beginning, the first election of the future, really. And I think we are moving towards a post-racial America.
yeah, that lasted a day. And then, of course, in 2012, Obama won again. And the lesson was,
the GOP needs to send a powerful signal to Hispanic voters that the party respects them.
that was the lesson they learned after that victory. And they were certain of it. And send a powerful signal to the Hispanic community, the GOP did.
When Mexico sends its people, they're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
Which apparently was the winning message. And that taught Democrats in 2016 what?
Maybe what the Democrats will be looking for is somebody with some inside experience, but who's a generation younger.
It's obviously going to be younger. It's going to be from a new generation.
Need I say it?
The great honor and
6
humility.
defeat
I accept this
of
nomination.
separation.
And that turned out to be a winning message again, which led to an insurrection. And the lesson from that was,
when Donald Trump leaves office on Wednesday morning, he will leave Washington a pariah.
Donald Trump will never be allowed to set foot in the Capitol again. Never.
ever. My point is this. But this isn't the end. I promise you, this is not the end. And we have to regroup, and we have to continue to fight and continue to work day in and day out to create the better society for our children, for this world, for this country, that we know is possible. It's possible.
That's the more articulate version of what I would have liked to have said.
They're going to kill millions of people.
I hope everybody was able to hear that. Yeah, okay.
They're going to kill millions of people. They're going to kill millions of people.
But he's right. We'll wake up tomorrow and we'll fight.
No.
And we'll wake up the next day and we'll fight.
Nope.
And we've seen this before.
No, we haven't.
And we got out of it.
No,
And
we haven't.
we live in a time of a cyclical hellscape where apparently we're going to be engrossed in this stuff again. But in the same way that we fought after 2016, we will wake up every day and organize and fight. And look,
These are Nazis. Nazis.
I
are
don't know
taking
the right
power.
answer. I don't know the right answer to anything. In terms of what went wrong, there's going to be a lot of thinking about where we're at, what the right messaging is, what to do moving forward. What we've heard from Jon Stewart is correct, that really nobody knows, and so we'll just try to figure it out the best way that we can. And again, I think my earlier point stands, is that while you might feel alone in a country that perplexingly has voted Donald Trump in as president again, you're not. And there is a massive swath of the United States who is standing beside you and ready to fight this with you. So, so that's that. There are still races happening that we'll stay on top of. Probably not tonight, but We have Senate races that are still ongoing right now. If you look at the Senate map, we have races that haven't been called in Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania. Montana is likely to fall to Republicans. Nevada and Arizona. So votes being counted. Let's take a look at the House as it stands right now, which will hopefully serve as a bulwark against Republican control. Inched up a little bit in Democrats' favor. It's now 46 to 54, so it could go either way. Every race is going to count. Every race is going to matter. Brian Fitzpatrick has held on to his seat. We're still waiting for a result here in Pennsylvania 7th. Scott Perry is clinging on to a slight lead in Pennsylvania's 10th. So a few more races to watch. I do want to note that Fox News has called Wisconsin for Donald Trump. Yeah, Fox News has just called Wisconsin for Donald Trump. So, all of which makes what happens in the House even more important right now. Decision Desk HQ has not yet called that race, but I presume it will follow shortly. We've been covering Wisconsin quite a bit tonight and have been recognizing that, in the counties, we're looking at Dane County, that she's not hitting the numbers that she needed to hit relative to Joe Biden. You can see right here, she's behind about 0.6 of a point, while Donald Trump is up 0.5 point. This is a state that Trump won by 0.6 of a point, so not hitting these numbers isn't what she needs to be doing. We go over to Milwaukee County, and she's falling about 2 points, a little over 2.5 points below Biden's 2020 margin, with 67% of the votes remaining. So still some votes to be counted, but as I mentioned before, Fox has called Wisconsin for Donald Trump. I know a lot of people are afraid for the future of the country. I know a lot of people are really scared right now. As I said before, we will wake up tomorrow and we will figure out how to fight on a daily basis.
You don't know that.
In some ways it'll be more
Shut your fucking mouth.
It'll be manageable.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Remember, again,
shut up, Timberlake.
62 million people
Shut your fucking mouth, Timberlake.
are with you right now.
Shut up. Shut up.
And that number will continue to grow. So.
You just secured your job for another 4 years. Nice job, dude. You get to shuck and jive and have gotchas again to the beat. Fuck your bullshit. Fuck you. Nice suit. Fuck you. Fuck you. You brought this, Brian. You are one of these people who just
a little bit of good news out of New York
and said it will just be good for him.
Which is going to be pretty much where all of our Democratic, the basket in which all of our Democratic eggs lie right now. We are targeting 5 to 6 House seats in New York. We've won 3, and we're leading in 1 more.
There we go.
So a little bit of good news that would signal a slight House majority for Democrats.
Well, that was gone now.
For those watching on the East Coast, Fox has called it for Trump at about 6 minutes ago. They called this race for Trump. California races are going to take a few weeks. before we actually know the results, at least a week. But ballots can continue being counted, I believe, up to 3 weeks after. So a lot of races that we're going to keep an eye on, including California's 41st with Will Rollins versus Ken Calvert. That will be, yet again, a bulwark to Trump's presidency. One note for everybody watching right now is just to, like, be nice to yourself, take care of yourself, make sure you get sleep, make sure you eat. Do not let
people like Brian Taylor Cohen tell you that they're here to help. If they're just here to score points and make a little bit of fucking
money. It's okay
money.
not to just stew in this stuff perpetually. It is especially important right now to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. Again, eat, sleep, hydrate. Everyone's a lot more useful if they've taken care of themselves than if they're not.
He's doing his best.
To the effort more broadly. Does anybody have any? If you have any questions, I can answer some questions that you have in the chat. Maybe some questions will help me be a little bit more articulate here in these last few minutes while I'm on this stream.
Menace. Next time, pitch in, Mickey. Yeah.
I'm getting the question, how did we lose? The fact is that I don't know. I don't know right now, and there's going to be a lot of commentary in the coming days. Again, as Jon Stewart said earlier, where people are going to pretend that they know exactly what it was, but I don't know. One thing that I can say for sure is that we're dealing with a lot of systemic challenges and barriers as Democrats. We don't have a media ecosystem in the same way that Republicans do. We don't have an oligarch billionaire class that helps Republicans. We don't have foreign interference that helps us in the same way that they help Republicans. So there are a lot of systemic challenges that we're going up against. We don't have the anti-democratic barriers in government in the same way that Republicans have these systemic advantages, like the U.S. Senate, where the same, Wyoming has the same number of senators as California. But regardless of all of this, we're going to have to figure out how to win under these circumstances moving forward. But it's going to take a lot of time to figure out what the right answer is. So, and we don't have those answers right now. And it's okay that we don't have those answers right now. I think that's something that we're going to figure out as we go. But we'll be here to fight, and that's it. There's going to be a lot of people looking to fight. And that's going to come after a good night of rest, or a good few nights of rest, or a good couple of months of rest. But again, my best advice for people is immediately to take care of yourselves. Turn off the TV, turn off this stream if you need to. Make sure that you eat and drink and sleep and try to be in some semblance of a decent enough mindset where we can organize when the time comes. I think right now it's just okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be sad, and and there's going to be tens of millions of people across the country who feel the exact same way that you do. And I know sometimes you feel alone in a country that would do this, but you're not. And we will come together and we'll figure out the best way to fight this together. So I think we will leave it there. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Not at all to sound self-serving, but I will be here fighting. If you want to follow along, please support this channel by subscribing, because tomorrow we wake up and we figure out how to fight this, and I'll do my best insofar as I can. It wasn't good enough this time, but we'll have opportunities moving forward. So I hope that you'll stick with me here and figure out how to take tomorrow and Thursday and Friday and figure out what's next. So thank you all for tuning in. I know there's still tens of thousands of you watching right now. I wish I had more wise words to share, but I don't at this point. So I think we'll just figure out what the next steps are moving forward. But it's not going to be tonight.
I tried to tell you.
Thank you, everybody, for all of the effort that you gave, all of the time that you gave, all of the money that you donated, all of